The Dallas Cowboys took care of business in one of their bigger wins of late over the Carolina Panthers. 30-14, in a game in which the Cowboys defense was dominant. The Panthers could not run the football at all. Bryce Young had not one, not two, not three, but 4 turnovers in this, or 3 turnovers, plus a bunch of sacks in this matchup. It was a strong performance out of the Dallas Cowboys overall. Probably the best game ever from Cooper Rush. Again, competition was not very good, but still was a good performance. So grade the Cowboys against the Panthers. A, B, C, D, or F in the comment section of today's show. How do you feel about how the Cowboys performed? You can factor in the not good level of competition if you want, but let me know. A, B, C, D, or F in the comments section. Fortunately, the Cowboys did get some bad Trevon Diggs injury news before today's game. He needs knee surgery. We knew that yesterday. We didn't know what the injury was for cartilage stuff. Not from, I think Jay Glazer reported that one. But he is going to be on an 8-month recovery, according to Stephen Jones. That puts him back in time for the season. Probably not for Oxnard. Probably a pup list to return candidate once the preseason gets going. But it sucks for Diggs and the Cowboys for a variety of reasons. Like, he has not been very healthy since his ACL tear last year. He had clearly been trying to battle through this knee injury, and maybe he activated it again and made it worse. I don't really know what the timeline is there, but if it was an 8-month recovery, he should have been sidelined previously, or if he re-aggravated it, that's super frustrating. His cap hit next year is $14.25 million. His base salary is $9 million. Now, there's been some bad reporting out there. You could cut Trevon Diggs and save the $9 million. It's non-guaranteed. However, his 2025 salary fully guarantees on the 5th day of the league year and is already guaranteed for injury, meaning he's not going to be able to pass a physical before that salary fully guarantees, so you're not going to cut him. The timing does not work out because of the injury guarantee in his contract. It's a get Trevon Diggs healthy and see if he can play better. His cap hit basically doesn't jump next year. It actually drops a little bit from what he was last season. So he's not that expensive, but he's got to be healthy and he's got to play better than what he was playing, especially tackle better. Probably a factor in why he wasn't tackling very well. Wasn't really healthy for a good portion of the season. Making matters worse was Jourdan Lewis leaving the game with an elbow injury. We don't have the details on that. He was listed as questionable to return, which makes me optimistic that he'll be okay, that it's not a severe injury, which I hope it's not because he's played so well. He's been one of your best players all year long. He's one of your few healthy players all year long. Hopefully Lewis is okay. Let's talk takeaways then. Number 1, the defense was great. They had 6 sacks of Bryce Young. They had 2 interceptions of Bryce Young. They forced 2 fumbles. So I guess it was 4 turnovers, actually. I must have misspoke earlier. DJ Johnson recovered. They had almost had another strip sack that Bryce Young himself ended up recovering. So it didn't go down as a fumble technically on the Parsons near strip sack play. The Cowboys defense was awesome. The Panthers had 1 giant play of 83 yards. Beyond that, they didn't really move the ball outside of 1 garbage time drive. Jalen Coker had the 83-yard catch. That was it. It was a blown coverage. I think it was Amani Oruware's fault. Hubbard didn't do anything on the ground. Hubbard had been so effective on the ground this year. They had 16 total carries for 60 yards. 3.2 from Hubbard, 3.8 as a team. Cowboys' run defense has been way better. Now 6 games in a row. Mozzie Smith has been way better. 6 games in a row. Reese Leofau stepped up. Carl Lawson got a sack. Micah Parsons had 2 sacks. Osa had a sack and 4 quarterback hits. Defense played some great ball outside of 1 or 2 plays. So are you glad the Cowboys won today? Y for yes, N for no. Go vote the pin poll if the ad comes here on YouTube. We have been plenty mean to Cooper Rush. I thought he played very well. I thought this was by far the best Cooper Rush game of his career. Did he fumble twice and lose one? Yes. But he was 18 of 29, 214 yards, 3 touchdowns. He didn't miss as many throws as he has missed previously. The 18 of 29 is still not, super high, but it is 62.1, which is higher than his career averages. He made some nice plays downfield out of structure, which we haven't seen consistently. I thought that was the best game we've seen Cooper Rush play. I thought that was a much more impactful, steady, even getting some explosive play performance than what we've seen previously. Was it against the bad team? Sure. But he got the win. That's what matters. And he played well. Individually, I thought Cooper Rush played very well. It also helps when you actually give the ball to Rico Dowdle a lot, doesn't it? 25 carries in the game for Rico Dowdle, 149 yards, and they could have ran for 170 if they had tried on that final drive and not just grounded out the clock there. Fantastic showing out of Rico. South Carolina boy, back home, kind of, sort of, we'll count it. Went to South Carolina. He was awesome. Had 2 fumbles and didn't lose, but I think if you're giving the credit across the board here, you want to start with the defense, start with Dowdle, probably mention CeeDee Lamb, get to Cooper Rush then. You average 6 yards per carry, and your defense forces 4 turnovers, you're probably going to win most football games. First time, by the way, the Cowboys had a 100-yard runner and 100-yard receiver since the Packers game back in 2022, which was a loss because your defense was really bad and Noah Brown did Noah Brown things. All right, today's show is made possible by PrizePicks. It is the best place to get real money sports action. Over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings. PrizePicks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 200 times your cash. Run your game all season long on PrizePicks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. This holiday season, PrizePicks is giving away 2 free picks in December, and they're giving away $30+ million in rewards during Picksmas. You got the half passing yard for Patrick Mahomes. Flex play hit on this because Jaden Daniels got there with ease. Well, not with ease, but I thought it was a good number. Got it on their penultimate drive. 217.5 passing yards. Tyreek Hill, though, did not get there. The flex play means you can get one wrong and still cash out. Not as big of a payout, at least you still win. Kind of like beating up on a bad Panthers team. It's a win, but it's not the same win, Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That link will be in the comments section and the description of today's show. That's prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS. I find it frustrating that Mike McCarthy finally did some creative stuff. Like, bubble screens to CeeDee Lamb are a good idea. Why did that take you 15 weeks to figure out this year? Worked every time they called, except for the one bad throw by Rush on 3rd and 2. They gave Kevontae Turpin handoffs. The Kevontae Turpin in the backfield play was put in the playbook in training camp. It has been an option for 15 weeks. For 4 months now, it has been an option. Why are we just now seeing it? And it worked both times they ran it because the Panthers were never set up right on defense. Why are you just now doing that stuff? How does it... He was creative. I thought overall was a good game plan. I probably wouldn't have called a pass play on 3rd and 2. I would give the ball to Rico, but whatever, you won. Why does it take this long? Why, again, does CeeDee Lamb have 8 catches for 105 yards in the first half of a game and get 1 catch the rest of the game? Now, they won. It was a garbage time in the 4th quarter to an extent. But, why does it take so long? And why next week are we not going to see it again? Why will they revert? Why do we all know they're going to revert? I don't like that. Give me your one-word reaction to the Cowboys versus Panthers game. Let me know in the comments section of today's show. The playoffs, if you harbor hopes, however, are still not going to happen. If you're worried about the tanking, by the way, you're staring down the number 13 pick right now. Might drop to 14. Probably depends on what the Colts do. Not going to move much beyond that. The Cowboys' playoff hopes with their win over the Panthers have stayed at less than 1% chance. Even if the Cowboys win out with the Commanders winning today, a win out for the Cowboys is a 4% chance of the Cowboys making the playoffs. The Rams have won a bunch of games. The Commanders have won a bunch of games. it's just not looking very likely. So don't fall for the old man in the tailpipe. The playoffs are still not going to happen, and the magic number to be eliminated is now down to 1 for the Cowboys. Now, we'll be here. Wins, losses, holidays, we got you covered. Hit that sub button so you don't miss out. YouTube.com/CowboysTV. Don't miss out. We'll have free Cowboys videos for you each and every single day. It's free. TBD if we'll do one for Christmas on that front, but we'll at least have videos all around that. Let's run through one time my keys to victory/defeat for the Cowboys. Number 1, defensive dominance. Yep, that one happened. Yep, that was good. Defense was dominant indeed. Let Rico Dowdle run. Yep, 25 for 149. That one happened. Better Cooper rush. Yep, checked off that box. No more special teams screw-ups. Kind of, yeah, you did that for the most part. You had a penalty on one return. You also got a penalty on another return. 22 yards per kick return, no bad punts. The 70-yard try was no good, but that seemed unlikely anyway. So, yeah, no more special teams there. And for now, can avoid the Mike McCarthy conversation for now. If they lose against the Bucs and lose against the Eagles and the Commanders, you close out the year and you win 6 or 7 games, not a very good season, is it?